Hey, what's up guys? In today's video, I'm going to go ahead and actually uninstall this airbag out of the steering wheel and uninstall the actual steering wheel as well. I'm doing this for only education purposes, as I want to know myself as well how to do the job. So I want to go ahead and do the procedure now, find out how to do it. So what I have now guys currently is the actual stock steering wheel still. There's no power shifter, you see? No pedals here, nothing. It's got the leather wrap. It has the heated steering wheel function. Okay, and as well as the other buttons like the cruise control, as well as the other buttons for the actual instrument cluster display and the radio controls as well. All right, and there's no R-line badge here, and it's all just regular leather. There's no actual perforated leather or anything like that. It is recommended that you actually, unplug off the negative terminal on the battery in order to avoid any accidental airbag discharge and whatnot. But I have a little experience. I've done it before on my Mark 6 Jetta. So I'm going to go ahead now and do it without disconnecting the negative terminal on my battery. But I highly advise you guys to disconnect it yourself. Starting out, you put the key in, turn it on. Okay, turn the engine on. Turn the steering wheel to the side, like this. Okay, and back here, you're gonna see the pin that you're gonna have to actually push in and out in order to release the actual airbag itself from the steering wheel. So I'll go ahead now and show you that, guys. Here now you can see the actual pin. You see it right here, this pin. You're gonna stick in a flathead screwdriver and push it down and out. And then I release the actual airbag. And on the other side, the same pin. So you got two pins, one on each side basically. Once those are out, the actual airbag will pop off, and then we'll go ahead and unplug all the electronics in there, the actual airbag. So now I'm going to go ahead and start to attempt to take off the first actual airbag clip pin that's here with my small flathead screwdriver tool.
2 minutes later.
And I'm back now, guys. So there were 3 clips apparently. There was one clip on this side, one clip on this side, and one clip on this side. So I did it from the back, obviously. I unclipped it from the bottom, I unclipped it from the right side, and then I unclipped it from the left side. In the Mark 6 car and the Mark 4 cars, like my B5 Passat was, there were just 2 sides, the left and the right to the back. You have to unclip. In this car now, the Mark 7.5 Jetta facelift version, there's actually 3 clips. There's one clip at the bottom, and then one here and one there. So I undid all of them, and the airbag came out. There it is. Now we're gonna have to go ahead and unplug the actual airbag main plug. You pop off this white connector and you just simply press the connector, the white connector in, and pull it out. I'll go ahead now and do that. So now I turn my steering wheel upright. Got the airbag still popped out. I'm gonna go ahead now and see about the airbag wiring. You can see in there. You can pull it out a little bit. Okay. And I'll go ahead now and remove that white tab out and pull it out. I now pulled out the white tab. You can simply press it down and pull the whole yellow connector out.
2 seconds later.
So now I have this yellow plug unplugged out of the actual plug there itself. I pushed on this clip and pulled it out. Next up we have these wires here for the actual airbag as well. You'll see this one here going to the actual side controls right there. And another one here on the steering wheel that's going into that connector right there basically. Next up, I've got 2 connectors. One connector here and one connector in there. So we'll have to unplug this in order to get the actual airbag up and out of the car. And then afterwards, I'll go ahead and unplug this. So there we have it. I just unplugged it. So this is the connector. You see there's a clip on it. You push that clip down and it'll unplug. And it plugs into the switches right inside here. The clip was on the inner side, so you just press the clip down and it comes right out. So now I have the airbag here in my hands, out of the car. There it is, out of the car. I'll put it off to the side. Continuing on, we have one more connector right here. I'll go ahead and uninstall that. So for this now, you go ahead, you stick in your small screwdriver, you push this clip upwards like that, and you hold it. Simply just pull it out. There you go. And that concludes the actual airbag and the steering wheel wiring. Next up, we're gonna actually go ahead, stick in my tool here and unscrew this bolt in order to take off the steering wheel. So I went ahead and got my tool out of my toolbox, saying here it's a M12 triple star tool. It's the correct size for this, as well as other Mark IV Volkswagens and Mark V Volkswagens and Mark VI Volkswagens. They all use the same triple head star M12 tool for the actual steering wheel themselves. You'll stick it in. You'll get your 3/4 inch drive. In my case here, you put it in, and you want to go ahead and turn it to the left to unscrew the bolt. It'll take some force to do it. I just broke the bolt off camera, and there we go. It's unscrewing. The bolt was not on too tight, but it was on kind of tight. You needed some force, but not too much force. And there you have it. The bolt is out for the actual steering wheel. And now we can pop off the steering wheel and install the new one. Before you pop off the old steering wheel, you want to take a video or some photos of how these marks line up, and also be helpful to have a visual memory of how they line up. So when you put your new steering wheel on, it'll have to line up the same way these do. Out with the old steering wheel.